Hey guys, Dave here. Welcome to Centurions Review, the punk rock band of War Game Review Institutions. I know I haven't been put out in as much material lately. Life has gotten very busy, so I'm probably not even going to have a review on my website this week, but I might. But things have been running slow. So anyhow, this is Strategy and Tactics Magazine number 111, and the game in it is Korea: The Mobile War. So let's see what that is about. Find the rules in here. Looks like it's got an article on Korea, the Forgotten War there. Where's the rules? Here it is. UN operations from 1950 to 1951. I usually like Korean War games, especially like that one that was in Modern War magazine. I forget what it was called. That was a good one from Joe Miranda, and I think Ty Bomba was the other author. A lot of fun, and that was a game where you could play it in like less than 2 hours and have a fun game. Mo from Mo's Game Table just did an unboxing of it about a week ago. Alright, Korea: The Mobile War, UN operations 1950 to 51. It's got an intro here and showing what different values on the counters mean. And here's a course of play. I'm used to the word sequence of play, but they can call that whatever they want. So the red player turn, you have weather phase, then strategic phase, and then you have a supply phase followed by a reinforcement phase, and then first movement phase, combat phase, second movement phase, and then the UN player goes first. Interesting that they have the Reds go first. So the UN player phase, naval phase, then strategic phase, then supply phase, then reinforcement phase, first movement combat, second movement, and turn record phase. So the main difference between the two players' turns, the UN player gets a naval phase. And then it's got weather rules. Here's more all the movement rules. And stacking, there's no limit to the number of units that can enter or pass through a hex during movement. However, at the end of each reinforcement or movement phase and throughout each combat phase, the players must observe restrictions on the number of units in the hex. These are called stacking limits. All right, and that goes into the stacking rules down here. And zone of control rules, combat rules. Going over headquarter units, I assume there's some special rules for those. Supply, and here's your replacement rules. And then reinforcements and communications. Then going over air power and sea power. So are they only given do the Koreans get any air power? They did have some red air power in that war. I'm not sure. I'll have to read through it to see. Sea power, I'm sure that's all just allied sea power. And then intervention, and then scenarios. Looks like there is 4 scenarios. That's pretty good for a magazine game. You got the invasion, you got Pusan, and then on to the Yalu River, I believe that is, and then Mr. Truman's War. That's cool. Alright, cool. What year did this come out? 1987. Cover artwork looks good. Let's take a look at the components. Counters are about what I would expect from a game in 1987 that came out of a magazine. They're just NATO military symbols, but I didn't expect any more than that. It looks like there's some informational counters too. And looks like most of them are double-sided. Counter thickness, typical thickness they had in Strategy and Tactics back then. They're not bad. They're alright for a magazine game from 1987. Alright, let's get this map out. That looks pretty good for a 1987 map. That's not bad. Good size map too. Alright, let's see what information it has printed on the map. Always nice to print on the map. Makes it... You don't have to have a player aid card then. Okay, so we got a combat table. It's for summer, spring, and fall and winter. They're different. Interesting. Got a movement chart, and then a victory table down here, and a weather table. And here's your turn tracks for 1950 and 1951. All right, let's see what's on the other side here. Got a movement chart down here. And you got a red replacement track, and you keep your eliminated and available units there. And a UN replacement track, and here's your UN reinforcement box. You just put the eliminated units there. This just doesn't look bad at all for 1987. This looks pretty good. If you tried this game, let us know how you liked it, and thanks for watching. Have a good evening.